Draymond, are there times even for you after all these years where he puts up like those last 2 threes and where you're like, damn?
I think for me, I'm always impressed. It's a very impressive thing that he's doing, but I'm not surprised, especially with Steph coming off a game like he came off of Tuesday. You got to know he's coming out firing, and you have too many off shooting nights. So definitely impressed, but not surprised at all.
You guys had 21 turnovers tonight, but found a way to win. How do you explain how you guys pulled this one out?
I think down the stretch we got stops. They were up 98-90. And we got stops on the defensive end and was able to push the pace and get back in the game. I think we may have went on a 9-0 run, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, to take that lead back. And so that was great for us. And we stopped turning the ball over at that point. We've talked about just getting a shot up at the rim. And, that team has 7 turnovers. And so that's the difference in the game. We shot the ball extremely well. I think for the most part, we defended pretty well. But, 18 points off turnovers, that's tough to defend that. So we can clean that up. And that's one of our focuses. And also defending without fouling. Not sure how many free throws they ended up with, 21. But we fouled a lot, and we were playing against a set defense all the time. And so, if we can stop fouling and get out in transition like we were at the beginning of that game, although we were still fouling a little bit, they weren't costly fouls and they weren't putting them on the line. But I think that, that's 2 things that we can clean up.
Draymond, what's it like to close a tough game with Andre by your side? You're both out there swarming all over the place. Flashback for you, or is it just, hey, that's what like having Andre's back is like?
It's incredible to have him back. He just makes the right plays. And during the Olympics this summer, playing with Bam, he was just talking about how easy Andre made the game for him when he was on the floor. And, I think everyone who's had the opportunity to play with Andre feel the same way. He makes the game really easy for guys around him. And, it's great for us to have him back here. So, he'll help us. Obviously, he's helped these first 2 games, but he'll help us a lot throughout the course of the season and, hopefully reach our goal.
Do you bang up your wrist on that fall?
Yeah, kind of my hand right here. But that's not why I was missing free throws. That's – I think JP just tried to give me that excuse, like, man, your wrist. And I was 1 for 5 before I hurt my wrist. I was just a shitty effort. It was a shitty effort from the free throw line Tuesday. It was 1 tonight. So just got to figure it out. And get back in the gym, keep putting them up. I should finish the year at 80. So hopefully these coaches will see this and start doing the hack of Draymond so I can get some free points. I'll start hitting them shits. But very frustrating tonight and Tuesday.
Wrist not an issue.
I hurt. But it's fine.
Okay.
That wasn't why I was missing those fucking free throws. So it'll be all right.
Draymond, you say, we all saw this game from Steph coming after the opener, but was there anything that he said or did in practice that just, kind of let on his frustration from the first night?
He don't say much ever. And he didn't miss a shot today and shoot around. So you kind of knew it was coming. But he could have missed every shot and shoot around. And I still would have known it was coming. So it's an incredible player. A joy to play with. He makes the game. He gives everybody an opportunity to put themselves in a position to be successful on the offensive end with the attention that he draws. So it was incredible to see. And obviously, enjoy playing with the guy because he's fucking incredible.
21 turnovers is a dangerous way to win a game. Are those mostly correctable, or were the Clippers causing some of those turnovers?
They're a very good defensive team, and they're extremely physical. And so some of those turnovers, we could have we could have done something about them, and some of them you got to give them a lot of credit. That's a very physical team, a very well coached team. And with them adding guys like Eric Bledsoe, who brings more physicality to the game, Justice Winslow, for the 13 minutes he played, he brought physicality to the game. That's who they are. So we got to get better with that. And it was a good test. It was good for us to face that physicality so early in the season, because that's what it's like to win against a good NBA team. Like as these games go on, they are very early in the season, but as these games go on, you get later in the season and, a little bit of a reach, but on into the playoffs, it's that physical. And that's a team who, they were in the Western Conference Finals for a reason, so we started the game off, we imposed our will, and then from there, they pretty much imposed their will. And we have to, basketball is a game of runs. So there will be stretches where we impose our will, they impose theirs. But I think they kind of imposed theirs the rest of the way. And although we pulled the game out, you can't let that happen. You got to push back. They make their push, got to push back. And, we did enough to win, but, moving forward, we got to be better with that. And that starts with me.
Hey, Draymond, what was your reaction that you and Klay were left off the top 75 list? And overall, do you think that there's any things about your game and his that aren't given the fair due?
I'm more frustrated for Klay than I am for myself. There's not many people that can do what Klay does on the basketball court, and with his resume. It's hard to leave him off a team like that. For myself, I'll just keep building my resume. And hopefully in 25 years, I'll be on the top 100. But in the meantime, just keep trying to build a great resume, and hopefully that leads to the Hall of Fame. That's my goal. So just keep trying to do what I've done thus far in my career. But hopefully I can put a good stretch of years together here and make the top 100 in 25 years.
Drummond, is an important game for Jordan Poole. Does he talk to maybe the physicality of it, or just now that he's an established scorer in the NBA, that teams are going to come at him? Did you talk to him at all? What did you get out of this game from him?
I just told him to slow down. I think everything was kind of sped up. He was in a rush, and that team were very physical with him, and that's cool. He's going to see more of that. When you're starting and you're playing the way he's been playing through the preseason in that first game, that's what teams are going to do. You're on the scouting report now. So they're going to press up into your chest and make you make plays through the physicality. I think, I think he's done a good job for the most part tonight. I think he made some good plays as well. He struggled a little bit. And, that's to be expected. He's not going to have a great game every night. He's still kind of learning his role, still kind of figuring it out, learning how it is to play against first-team guys. When I say first team, I mean starters. And that's the nature of this game we play. So learning experience for him. Great that he came in a win, but, he'll be fine. I think he just needs to slow down a little bit. And once he do that, and the game's kind of coming to him, he'll be fine. But give that team some credit. And also his youth, he'll figure it out. He'll figure out what pace he needs to play when the team is playing is that physical. They want you to speed up. When you're playing against a team that's pressing up like that, their goal is to get you to speed up. So then he has to figure out how to slow it down and get to where he when he want to get there, not just get to where they're trying to send you and you're flying off the screen faster than you may need to, And so learning experience, but a great experience for him. And, he'll bounce back. He'll be fine. It's nothing to really worry about. But, if he can slow down a little bit, I think it'll be very, very beneficial for him.
Draymond, what you've seen a million of Steph shots. What are you thinking when he pulls something crazy and the ball is in the air for that, whatever seconds? Well, what's going through your head?
Some of them, like, Jesus Christ. What the hell? And the majority of them, that's money. Even on some of the ones, I'm like, what the hell? Still kind of thinking it's money. It's just like, why in the hell he just shoot that shot? But You know, I expect all of them to go in, regardless of how ridiculous some of them are that he decides to take. Still expect him to go in because he makes those ridiculous ass shots. And that's what he's done over the course of his career. That's why he's become who he's become. That's why he's great. That's why he's one of the top players in this league and one of the top players that ever played this game. Tough shot taker, tough shot maker.